Let's do a test. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. Can everybody hear me okay? Do our weekly wrap up. Uh, Market here in October. It's October the 11th. We wind up today. I think that the market's got, it's going to close near its highs, it looks like, unless it sells off after the closing bell trade. But right now it's pressing higher. Interesting thing to me is NVIDIA gets to 135, pokes its head above it, and they knock it back down. And so we'll just have to wait the next week on that one. But the general market, if you go back to last night to this morning, write this number down: 58.30, 58.30. That's that old high. The market broke out this morning on news at 58.30. A lot of times it will go down and test that number either today late or Monday. So keep that number in mind for Monday if it doesn't happen. And that's 58.30. 58.30. Now, past performance is not indicative of future results. In my opinion, we've had a pretty interesting morning where the market came out, it took off, it was undecided up to almost 10 o'clock, and then it took off, and then the market, I guess, what I would say, went flat around the 12 o'clock time frame. We're still at those prices. We're not even going down. We tried to go down, couldn't go down. Now they're trying to go up. We'll see if they can go up. And we'll go live at the end of this presentation. Now, I got this request from one of our clients in TNT. He said, well, what is sort of the routine for TNT? And I had to think about it. I said, he's right. I need to put a schedule out there where everybody knows every day what to expect. Here it is. T-Buzz Talk and Trade. Early in the morning, before the sun even rises, I get up, I lay out my game plan for the day. I give information that I think is important. I have a lot of information that comes across, looking at numbers, looking at everything, and I try to give you a concise view early in the morning before you even get up. And then you can, scroll to the start of the day. You'll see where I start off the start of the day with my 7 sisters. And then from there, I give you a pivot number. And then I give what I think is one of the most important things I do. I give you my magic 5. I organize those 5 tickers in the way I think they're going to play out. All those tickers can be traded in the pre-market. All of them. You just got to know how to do it. All those tickers. One of my students says, you just don't try to get up before the sun up, you do it. Thanks. Now, this got my attention. SPX been up 5 weeks in a row. Previous 2 times when SPX up was 5 weeks, the next week ended up closing lower. If you read that and look at where we are, it wouldn't surprise me because I don't really believe the real trend's going to emerge until October 21st. That sort of fits in my thinking. So I posted that this morning in TNT. Did everybody in TNT understood why I put that in there? In fact, when I typically give a lot of positions a little leeway, I said, I'm going to go to the sideline and see how Monday goes and set us up. That was my thinking. These tickers are very important. I call them the magic 5. I organize them. One of the tickers was DJT. And I traded it in the pre-market. Look at it, 23.10. That stock went to 27. That was a lot of money on DJT this morning off the 7 o'clock signal. I hope somebody made that trade. It was a heck of a trade. You had to buy the stock because the options are not open. but it was a heck of a trade this morning. Happened in about 30, 40 minutes. That's what the value of this Magic 5 is. Gold was moving higher also. QQQ was moving higher. Berkshire, all these stocks were moving up in the pre-market. NVIDIA ended up going to 35. I thought it was going to run away, but it didn't. That's a very valuable thing to have early. My experience, 30 plus years, 40 years, ever how long, I'm giving you my best. I'm telling you where I'm going. Any questions about this if you're in TNT? I want you to understand the power of this. I go through a lot of different things to find the 5 best you put your money in. All right? The pivot number. That pivot number today would have got you on the right side of history. What I mean by that, market went down after the news, then recovered, got higher than that. We went higher the whole day. That's what I'm talking about. That's exactly what I'm talking about. Right there. And that futures number, futures first, tells you what stocks are going to do. I had some commentary that applies that day. Today I said today's big news 8:30, which means keep your hands off the mouse. Is this helping everybody that joins TNT to follow along my thinking the way I do my day? Is this kind of stuff that I had a student that sent me the email? I'm trying to, it was a great information. Keep going, Jonathan. Let's go through. Jonathan, I need to call you real quick. Hold on. I got to stop, boys and girls. Anyway, I put a few charts out that I'm focusing on, want you to see. I try sometimes to publish at 4:30 where you can jump on the bandwagon, if you know what I mean.
Hey, Tom, I got to call you back.
Okay, no problem. All right. These charts that I identify are there for you to be able to take advantage of things I'm looking at. Okay. Exactly what I'm trying to do. Now today was DJT. See that chart? I was giving you a heads up, baby. It's time to rock. If it makes my Magic 5 and it's listed, you see a chart, I'm saying I'm buying it. Now there won't be a trade ticket before 8:30, okay? Yeah, oh, I did, Buck. I did. We made about, I think Jonathan putting out an order right now for my 25-cent players and my 10-cent players. He's putting out an order for y'all. I told him I'd give him a bonus trade today, and I saw one while I was talking. But Jonathan will tell you how much we made off that. There it is right there. I bring MPI roadmap in that. It was both. You could have bought it there, but there's two trades there. There's today's trade and there's the trade last week. Can't you see that on the chart, Buck? See that error where we went long in options last week? Didn't you make that trade? Should have made a big money on that trade. Then I did it again this morning in the pre-market. That was the point. During the day, I have Jonathan and Chuck publish numbers for my reference bars. That's what I do. And these numbers are very important. If you look at it and you got one of those markets, it's giving you a clue what's happening. For example, does everybody see that high there on that S&P at 58 on reference bar 4? Where are we trading right now? Anybody know where the S&P is trading? 66. And I've got educational videos on all this. Right there. Money in your hand if you pay attention. Look at gold, 77. Gold, 73. Keep your eye on that 77.90. I mean, this is so valuable if you read it. One thing I'm going to include next week, for every one of these, I'm going to go through and give you an example that you can have to refer back to in TNT. I decided I was going to do that today or next week, okay? Let's keep going. Now, today, we got a famous little thing we put in TNT. It's called the option blueprint. And we got that coming.
This is something different. This is something new.
Okay, tell them what it is.
A lot of folks didn't know how to use those reference bar tables that you just went over.
Yeah.
So Chuck and I put together a guide.
How about that? Big bonus there. All right, let's keep going. Now, this is how to keep it simple if you just don't have a lot of time to read during the day. You ought to read everything I do every day at night. There's a lot of education in there, you know, but the main times to look for trades in TNT, 10, 12, and 2. 10, 12, and 2, Eastern time. So right now it's 3:15. I probably wouldn't put a trade out on TNT right now. I could, but I'm not. But anyway, 10, 12, and 2. Very organized the way I do my day. I have to be that way with everything I do. Try to give you good quality stuff. All right, let's keep going. What a trade tick. Jonathan, go through that for everybody if you don't mind. What a trade tick. We at 10, 12, or 2, you expect to get one of these.
Well, the trade ticket there should be pretty straightforward for everybody. It gives you the trade number, gives you the ticker, gives you the expiration, gives you the strategy and the trade details, tells you where it's currently trading and where we want to take profit, where we got our stop. And folks seem to like it in this grid style here, which we can do inside the Telegram channel for TNT.
Pretty valuable. All right, keep rolling. I always try to take TNT because I get a lot of new people in there and invite you to one special flash meet to show you some of the other strategies that we do. At least once a week, I do that for TNT. So a big bonus. That's 52 of it. 52 bonuses a year. Never thought of it like that, but that's 52 bonuses. Now, this is something really special. If I see something happen during the day, I'm going to go to TNT. That might be outside 10, 12, and 2, some action like a news item out of Washington or something that's really going to move the market. I might come in there and say, hey, let's do this trade. I do it a lot. A couple times a week, usually, when things happen. I use videos. I can do a video real quick. That's me sitting in my chair doing a video. Now, this is really special for those people who have jobs. During after hours, I might select a night where I'm going to trade the QQQ or the futures market based on setups that I've taught. In other words, there's always a possibility of night trading after 8. I will let you know if I see a setup maybe on Monday. Hey, tomorrow night on Tuesday night, I'm going to be in there after 8. Sometimes after Wednesday nights on the WOW, I'll do it. Sometimes on Thursday night, but it's always after 8 when I look at the market after my day, because I'm trading futures and I'm trading other things in the evening. I share it with people. The other night, a guy made $1,900 on a gold trade I gave him. That's pretty good, isn't it? These are the kind of things I try to do for people to make sure they get value with what we do. We got a lot of training on our resource page once you join, if you're new. Entry techniques, how to trade crude oil. I was thinking last night, I've been trading crude oil for a lot of years. I think I got a pretty good handle on it. E-mini, ever since the S&P started trading futures, I started trading it. I don't tell people that, but day one, I was trading the S&P futures when they authorized. That's how far back I go. Pretty good stuff. That's the 24-hour market. Does that give everybody an overview of what to expect in there? Because that was a real good email I got. See, I read some of these emails y'all send to TNT at DTI Trader on a weekend. I'll sit there and read some of these. That was good. Henry sent me one and got my attention. Couple I love you notes. Look, this is a hard game. I know it's hard. I'm just trying to help you navigate through it. And we got a big 3 months in front of us. And I think everybody's going to have a good last quarter. That's my goal. It's like, I'll tell you, I saw one guy, everybody made about, I think, 10% off an option trade I gave. He lost money. And I told him this morning, I said, contact Roe and figure out how you lost money and 99 other people made money. He did something wrong, but he needs to learn. I called that during the briefing. And so those are the kind of things that we do over and above. Maybe he's putting the order in wrong. I don't know, but he needs to figure it out before he does any more live trading if he lost money on that trade. That trade was like snap, crackle, pop right in your pocket. All right. The option blueprint, the one that become famous. I was going to charge for this. I decided to include it inside TNT as a big bonus. We do it once a month and we'll release it at the close today. Now, don't miss this blueprint and the new trades next week inside the Telegram channel. You're one click away from all this and much, much more. I just hit the surface of the 24-hour market and I love it. It's $200 a month. You quit anytime. DTItrader.com/TNT. Get your spot 904-416-1776. Press 1. Anybody got any questions? Don't leave here without being a member of TNT, especially here in October. And Jonathan, do me a favor, will you? I tell you what, let's do this. We did this last month. We'll do it again. If you join right now and you're new, I'll start your subscription in November, give you the next rest of October for free. How you like that for a bonus? Jonathan, given 10 minutes, let's go to a live market. Sound like a plan?
Ten minutes. 10 minutes.
Hey, Steve, we're going to step aside, use that, and roll it into something else after Tuesday, okay? Just step aside, we'll roll it into something else. Do it at the end of the day. Say, did you hear me, Steve? He sent out a message, but do it at the end of the day. Yeah, but you wait till about 4 o'clock. You got an upward market right now, and sometimes you can improve your position. But my plan is to get back in after Tuesday. Pete, I'll be glad to explain that. I'm trying to give people a chance to sign up to one of our best programs right now. Uh, Rochelle, you're not a member? All right, we're out of time. Let's go, Jonathan, let's go to a live market, take a quick look at the way we're finishing. Bring up the E-mini if you can.
All right. E-mini.
You know what Steve is saying there? I don't understand him.
Don't have any video trades open, Steve. You can email me what you have and I'll take a look at it. But we don't have any NVIDIA trades open.
Jonathan, how high does the current market have to go to take out the previous bar's high?
2 more points. High is 58.68.
That's the mini?
Yeah.
All right, 58.68 takes it out. Your natural resistance is 75, okay? You can put a line at 75. That's your natural resistance. Let's look at the NASDAQ.
All right, the NASDAQ. The high from 30 minutes ago was 20,494. We got a high from yesterday at 508.
How high does it need to go? 508?
Well, that's the high from yesterday. The high from today is 494.
We're at 480, so that's about 14 points. Okay. Let's look at gold.
Gold made a high today of 26.79. Strong day in gold, pulling back a little bit here into the close.
Put a daily up, let us see the real picture.
All right. Went back up to the week open.
That's a pretty good day. You had a little success story there, didn't you, telling about? Got 6 cents better than our target.
Yeah, your gold put spread closed at the open this morning. Better than expected. That's right.
Mm. Jonathan, I'm going to talk for a little bit. Why don't you go in and put out the weekend side hustle trade with the parameters I gave you?
All right, let me give you a call.
Huh? Well, I gave it to you. Don't you remember?
Well, I got to do other things and now it's gone. Been a busy day, Tom. Been a busy day.
Hold on, folks. Hold on. All right. So here's what we got to do, folks. Monday is a day that we got to observe. And so you want to look at your account. I do this every afternoon between 3:30 and 4. I go in and start exiting things that didn't go the way I wanted and sort of limit things if they're outside the noise zone. In other words, I've been in the trade for 3 days and it's not paying me. I usually get out of it rather than hold it. But I look at things very closely right here at the end of the day. And I do that every day, Monday through Friday. Any questions about that? I think it's a good habit. It makes you remember. Sometimes I find things in my account I forget about. All right, so Sunday night, we're going to meet at 8 o'clock. And when we meet at Sunday night at 8 o'clock, we'll have some information to add to the current market. Right now, we're at record highs going into the close at 65 right now. And we've been going for about 20 minutes. And if you look at it, it's near about the midpoint of where it's been trading this whole closing bell trade. So if there's any questions that you have right now, you ought to ask them. I'll try to cover and if I can. Let me do something real quick. It should be Rick. Okay. Tom, how strongly do I feel next week would not be a positive? Mel, I don't know. I'm about 50-50. The numbers that tell me. I read stuff, but I look at the numbers. That's the final arbitrary. Oh, did anybody join me at 10:30 this morning? 10:30. When I did the forecast for the quarter. I gave you my opinion. But if the market does something different, I'm going to go with the market. I always go to the market. My opinion is just an opinion. The market tells me what to do. I follow the numbers. See that? Does everybody see that right there? I write numbers, every reference bar. You know, I'm trying to squeeze out information. Carol, thank you for saying that, and I appreciate it, but I really look at the numbers. Dexter, watch the videos first. You'll do a lot better. This is the kind of market you sort of be getting out of things or setting things up. You should have a very small position into next week because next week is historically has been a corrective week. Pete, the difference between the two, the SPY versus SPX, SPX is a cash market and the SPY trades off. The SPY trades around the clock, so you got more action there in the SPY. But the cash market is only open during the cash day. And so with the cash market, it can move quite a bit from one night to another. At May, if you're a student, I've got a course on option trading I give you if you're a student. Ken, I wasn't looking at that, but I would compare it to MTI and everything else we teach. Leonard, let me ask everybody a question. Is it possible for next week to be a down week and Monday be an up day? I want Leonard to answer that. Leonard, is it possible for next week to be a down week and Monday be an up day? There's the answer to what you said. You know, you got your real short term, then you got your bigger term, then you got the big picture. Well, if the numbers are there, I'll be right. That's just the way it works. Now, I want everybody to write this down and put this on their computer. If you're in a trade that I give you 72 hours after you're in that trade, you ought to be making money, or I already gave you some information, or you ought to get out. That is one of the best rules in option trading I can give you. Everybody understand what I'm saying? And Jonathan, let me know whenever you come back.
Okay, Tom, we're back.
Trade out?
Yes, trades out. Everything's
Okay,
supposed to
good.
be caught up.
All right. So, folks, it's been a pleasure being with you this week. I'll see you Sunday night. We put out a WPC trade. Jonathan, do you know what to do on that trade I gave you at from 4 to 4:15 with my small boys?
Yeah.
You don't need me for that, do you?
No, we're gonna hedge it.
That's right. You'll get a hedge against that trade if it doesn't pay by the close. But we're gonna give it to 4 o'clock. All right, Jonathan, I gotta go. Such fun being with y'all. Get joined TNT, put it up there, Jonathan. Let them stare at it, I guess.